This is the logo screencast for Our Time Place ENT 645. From the time I was a small child, I remember watches and clocks being a large part of my family's members' lives. Both my grandmothers always had at least 3 clocks in their houses, striking in unison on the hour and on the half hour. And my grandfathers always carried railroad pocket watches with leather tethers in the watch pockets of their bibbed overalls, and on Sunday they carried gold watches on gold chains in the vests of their suits they wore to church. Time was seen as being linear and pretty much controlled by factory whistles and machines that we knew as watches and clocks. In the house I grew up in, there were always at least 5 or 6 clocks ticking and announcing the hour and the half hour. My father especially liked cuckoo clocks, German cuckoo clocks, and grandfather clocks. I still have a grandfather clock today that my father built when I was a small boy. My father collected antique railroad pocket watches that were lever set and were made by companies like Hamilton and B.W. Raymond Elgin. The reason the pocket watches were lever set is they were carried by conductors who were in control of railroad trains, and during that time the trains were rough and bumpy, and if the watches were set with the stems like normal watches are, oftentimes the train would shake the conductor till the stem would pop up and his watch would stop. So railroads ran on precise time, so the watches were manufactured with a lever setting system so the watch would maintain proper time to keep the railroad on time. I still have some of these watches in my collection today. My mother especially loved rooster comb mantel clocks, and there were always several sitting around our house ticking away. My father's favorite timepieces were collectible Rolex vintage wristwatches. His favorite was the Rolex GMT Master. His most favorite of the GMTs was one that I have today that was manufactured in 1986. The GMT Master is a perpetual mechanical watch built for pilots, and it presents time in several time zones designed for global travelers. These watches have distinctive bright colors on their faces and bezels that distinguish them from other fine watches. Guido Mondoni, the most prominent Rolex collector in the world, has written the book on the GMT Master, and that is for very serious collectors. The GMT Master is seen as the most collectible Rolex by collectors around the world. The centerpiece for our Time Places logo is the dial from my father's GMT Master that has been in our family since 1988. The dial is slightly faded and has developed a texture on the hands and numerals, and the numerals are faded to a rather light yellow color from their original bright white. This is called patina by Rolex fans and makes the watch very appealing to collectors. The bezel's red and blue Pepsi can colors have remained true to their original hue, which is very rare. The watch also has a rare original flip-lock stainless steel oyster bracelet, which is in mint condition. We receive many inquiries from watch fanatics who see the GMT Master dial on our logo, and their curiosity is piqued. Our logo has proven to be a magnet that has drawn many customers to our blog, our watch shops, our website, and our many other diverse social media outlets. At our time place, we can help you make your mark on time.